Hello, a beautiful Pisces. Welcome back to a reading with me. My name is Jane. I do readings for Pisces. I am Pisces. I'm also a 5. I have a channel for life path numbers. It is in the description box below. You go ahead and check that out. I also have another channel that I'm posting on right now. It's connected to Deck Tarot. That's everything divination. If you're interested in flip throughs and all that kind of stuff, that jazz, go check that out. So now I am revisiting the energy that came in on Sunday for the current week. Now, when this is posted, it'll probably be September 17, 2024. Of course, I am doing it way ahead of time, and you may be watching it way past this date. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. What I do suggest, though, is that you watch the first one. You go back a couple of days before this video and grab that one first, because this one is connected to it very, very deeply. Now, you're going to say, what the heck is this, Jane? Well, Jane is doodling now. That's what I call it. I doodle. Actually, it's sketching, but it's doodling. And I got myself a doodle book. I know. I keep saying doodle. I like the word. I like the name. I'm not only someone who does spiritual coaching, spiritual advising, not only somebody who's now becoming, who's going to work on self-care, but I've also become an artist. You know, this is wonderful. All these beautiful titles, just throw them all in there, all things that I aspired or thought of being, and now am. And notice how I say am, because I have made it so. I have. Just like the great Jean-Luc Picard, I have made it so. Okay, so let's go into the sketch. I was just doodling it just to doodle it. And I had it open, and I was going to put it aside before I started to do the reading, and I looked at it and I went, well, look at that. It kind of works into what I'm talking about, or what I have been talking about. This is a heart made of sticks. If you're not aware, that's what it's supposed to be. Just branches, right, that have been folded and bended into place. And there's, of course, the branch with no leaves. I was planning to put leaves, but then there is, of course, a beautiful red leaf, which we have some now here. It started really early, actually. At the time of this recording, there was already some, and it had already been some for a week. And you have this beautiful red leaf right here to show the time of year. Now there's little pieces, little parts that are still kind of squirrely. And I'm going to get to it. What we've been talking about is making changes in our lives. Taking the broken pieces, the good pieces, the bad pieces, and shaping it into something that we want. Slowly but surely. When I did it on Sunday, I was talking about a dress that you started, a gray dress that you started printing designs, images, or painting stuff on. And suddenly one day you turn around and it was a completely different dress. Well, these sticks and all of the stuff that was on the ground was just sticks. It had no form. It had no direction. But now it does in this picture, in this image, right? You still have parts of you that are a little bit, you know, that need work, that need to be kind of brought back to life if you want. And you have parts that are a little squirrely, eh? All these little squirrely parts. And those are normal. That makes you authentically you. But you have shaped yourself into something beautiful. And of course the heart shape is to indicate the heart chakra, right? So without knowing, because of course anything that you concentrate on and meditate on, and this was a meditation of just penciling stuff in and then coloring it in a little bit, is something that it's because you focus. And I think that all kinds of art, writing, journaling, readings, they all come from a place of beautiful, done right, let's say, done right, they come from a beautiful place of spiritual clarity, okay? So I'm going to put this aside, and yes, thank you, thank you, I know, beautiful work of art, I know, beautiful, I get it, Actually, I'm being funny now, but it's my doodle. And I would appreciate you saying in the comments, Jane, I love your doodle. Just because I find that sounds funny, and I actually like that. Jane, I love your doodle. Alright, all seriousness, we're talking serious stuff right now. Serious stuff. This is a reading. Okay? Get on with it, reader, and I will. We're going to quickly revisit these cards because I kept them aside, and while I was looking at them, more came in. The red of the umbrella. The color red in all of these cards became very, very predominant. It kind of jumped out of the cards at me, indicating that these things that were being broken down and taken care of, some of them come from a base chakra. Base chakra, we know, is oftentimes your security, and you get the most safe and secure things as a child. That's when you absorb. Your environment is very important for it to be safe and secure. And that's where we develop a lot of our insecurities, of our fears. The base chakra, which is also the color red. There you go. So this is you overcoming this, okay? Like going through the red stuff, the things that your red chakra kind of you protected yourself from, okay? It's being pierced through. And that came in really, really loudly before I did it. So I figured I would talk about it. Also, this is what came in with this, with the block, was more with these cards right here, and it was about the fact that your shadow self sometimes did not help you reconnect with what was important. And I took a closer look at this card and noticed that she has a blanket around her as she falls into water. And of course, a blanket is secure and it feels safe. But we all know that if you get stuck in something in water, it can become what keeps you stuck forever, right? It envelops you and kind of wraps you in it and weighs you down and brings you down. So I find that the stuff that you've been changing has to have you reconnect with yourself, with others, with your spirit guides, with life, with the things that you want. And the fear is that you go into your security blanket, your safe, secure, this is, cutting you off from your senses, cutting you off from what you can hear or see. And that's the real danger. Comfortable is safe. Going out there and putting yourself out there is risky. And I feel that's what came in with that, okay? And that's one of your biggest burdens. That's one of the things. Again, the color red was popping off the card to tell me that this transformation is about seeing past this red, okay? Going from this covered red, this security of what we know, what we're trying to protect ourselves from. And very hard. In these, what came in was mostly the card of from the new to the old. What I felt is that you've got to, this is like throwing caution, throwing the stick, throwing caution to the wind and just doing it. And even though if you really look, you could probably say that she's got gray in her hair. This gray cloud makes this person seem old because of worry, of feeling, of not feeling safe. And this person feels revitalized and happy and new. And that's important as well. The last one, of course, the red was popping out in this card especially, showing me the green of the heart and all the different colors that are coming through as well. The orange, showing that you are rebalancing yourself. I'm sorry, I whistled again. That happens these days. I don't know why. And of course, you're growing. Okay, it's all part of growing. Again, there's this newness about all of this. So I wanted to go through these again. And then I went one further and pulled the next card in both the decks. And what came in was the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Cups. The Ace of Swords, if you see here, is that it's clear what you need to do. Okay? It is very clear, as high as the mountain is high, of what you're looking at is very apparent to you. But I feel that there's still some trepidation. Look how transparent this is right here. You can see it through the hand. It's almost like it's not quite there. It's not quite there. However, I feel that you can feel it. With this beautiful Nine of Cups, I feel that you are feeling this beautiful energy. It is coming in for you. You're sensing all the beautiful colors that are coming through. You are liberating yourself. You're feeling like the sun is shining in, right? And I think you're absorbing that mostly. I think you're absorbing that mostly without truly knowing the definiteness of it. And that's beautiful, because that means you can take the moment of feeling fulfilled and just go with it. And that's the best thing that you can do. So now I'm gonna pull some more cards. We're gonna look at this. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I just wanted to share that these changes are also happening with me. These changes I am also feeling them with me. I won't tell you, I can't put, wait, I'm going the wrong direction. Come back here, Jane. Come on, come on. Closer. We want people to see the beautiful cards. The beautiful cards. There's a new fire of the way I see things. And the weird thing is I cannot explain it to you. I have gone out and done new things, different things, but not great big things. You know, like it's not, like I haven't gone out and changed the world, but I have gone out and done stuff and felt very different doing those things. In the recent days, I've had a few things come in and try to steal my peace, and I've basically refused it. There's that Ten of Swords again. It come in again. Yeah, it's almost like I refuse to stare at the destruction around me. You see? That's what I feel. I feel that you know that there's stuff that's like, you know, floating around that is probably not all, like, not everything smelling like roses, but your focus right now is over here. Come on. There you go. Your focus is right over there. You see the light? You see that ship? You know you're going to be okay. This is what I'm feeling. And you're feeling a sense of renewal, a sense of like, wow, I feel like I'm growing. I feel like I'm moving. I feel, you know, revitalized somehow. Things are feeling better. Just somehow, some way. Okay? I hear it's because you're willing to see things with new eyes. Old things with new eyes. And you can't really pinpoint what's changed. I'm getting, and I almost feel like I'm getting told it's unimportant to pick it apart. It's unimportant to know why you're feeling better. What's important is to keep feeling better, okay? What's important is to keep moving forward, taking things one thing at a time, okay? You have the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Yeah. I feel like you got to move past the troubles. This Nine of Wands is the weirdest one for me. I'll tell you why. Because her face, usually the Nine of Wands, it's somebody who's like standing there wounded, but in this one, she almost feels like she's just done with it all. Okay? She's leaning on that tree and going, I'm good. Like I'm fine. I love the W here. Okay. But you know, it's like I'm okay with it. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to watch the sky. I'm going to enjoy whatever this is, and I'm not going to let it faze me. Yep, I've got that wand in my hand. I'm ready to defend myself if it comes to that, but I don't need to, because frankly, I don't think there's going to be a need for it. It's almost like the defenses are down when they should be up, right? It's like you decided to leave that behind. This is the Eight of Cups. This is leaving it behind. And I feel like you're saying, no, I'm moving on. You know, I'm just going to move on from all of this. I'm not going to put up with it. I'm not going to deal with it. For a lot of the things, it's like, not my circus, not my monkeys. And even if it is your circus and your monkeys, give the monkeys leeway. You know, it's almost like I feel like you're going, I don't care. I'm okay. Really, I'm okay. There's a lot more that has to happen for me not to be okay. It's almost, that's what I feel is going on. Okay? Right. It's like bringing back that temperance, that balance. It's like it has finally decided to make sense. You are putting one foot on land, one foot on water, and you're going, I think I can do this. I think I'm okay with this. I think I can balance this crap out. Finally. I don't need to let my mind take over and lead me down a garden path. I can just be right here in this moment. And just pull yourself back and go, I'm balanced right now. What do I have to worry about right now? Nothing. 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 Right? And that's where, for a lot of you, I feel that the change is. Because now you're sitting down and going, why do I suddenly feel better? Why am I okay? Why am I not doing what I used to? Because you've taken the steps to change. Because you keep improving on yourself, and the improvements that you've made finally took. You know, it's that kind of thing. When you keep practicing to improve, eventually you improve, right? So I feel that's what's been going on. And this is, of course, a follow-up. This is like, this is the week you're going to have, and now you're further down in the week, okay? You've had time to think about the reading. You've had time to think about that first reading. You've had time to be in this energy. And now you're watching this and going, I have changed. I am able to move on. I am balancing myself out. So I feel that you're kind of leaning into it right now. This is like, where are you at? This is like, where are you at right now? Where are you at with all of this? You're at the point of moving past, continuing on, carrying on. Yep. You're ready for your moment of peace and quiet. You're ready for a culmination, a conclusion, and a good one. Okay? Like, time for a break, rest, relaxation, happiness. I got here. I did it. I really feel that's what you're ready for. Sometimes I look at this and I feel like it's more like the Four of Swords. but it's the world. I said the Four of Swords and there's the Four of Cups, which is funny. And it's kind of a familiar, a similar feeling, because this is like it's raining outside, so I have to wait. And what do you do when it's raining outside and you can't go outside and there's not much else you do? You go and do this, right? So I'm going to go on the feeling of what I'm seeing here. Is you're ready now to rest, to be at rest with yourself. To know that when there's a rainy day, or there's a moment that makes you feel a little off, you just go with it, right? If you need to cry, you cry. If you need to rest, you rest. But you're not going to make a big deal out of it. You're just going to take it in stride. That life happens, and that things are happening for you most of the time, not to you or trying to get at you. Life is just life. Things happen. Sometimes they're great things, sometimes they're just regular things, and sometimes they're bad things. But all things, you can see the other side. Okay? You have to decide to see the other side. That's the only thing. It can be true about all things, for all people, whether they're still with us or not. At some point they made a choice. Okay? They made a choice to fight, to live, to exist, to see the better part, to get past it, or not. But it's all a decision. What is coming in? I hear that some people think that where we are, that the things that happen to us is the end goal. Like a bad thing that happens is like the end of the road. Like when you say that happened, so I'm failing. That happened or I'm succeeding. Instead of just seeing it as experience, wisdom, and just a day called Tuesday or Thursday. We see it as something very big. We should just flow into the experiences of life and take the endings and the beginnings as just transitions to different things. Just think about it. Everything is really a transition in life. You come into this world, it's a transition. You walk through this world, it's a transition. You transition from a child to an adolescent, from an adolescent to a young adult, from a young adult to just an adult to middle age to old age to really ancient age, some of us, and of course then we again transition into back to where we come from. They're all just transitions. There's no I failed. It's just a movement, right? It's just a destination that we're constantly traveling into. Yeah. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles came in reverse. I will leave it as such, even though it's a very beautiful card. I'll show it to you upright. Holding on to his sunflowers. Right there. Put that like that. And then we'll take one card here. Four of Swords. I'm telling you those four. I knew that was coming up. I already told you, right? I knew. It's less about how much control, and we already seen that in the first cards. We already had the four of the Four right here of Pentacles, right here. Okay, that chain thing. We already had that. It's less about that. This Four of Swords, this deck, this beautiful cup of success, okay? I love this. Because I feel that it's success regardless of what's around us. A lot of these cards are showing situations that are happening around us, but it's showing us succeeding regardless of what's going on. Regardless of the shadow that's there, you're succeeding. Okay? Regardless of that dry earth, look, there's still stuff coming up here. There's green and gold and red in this card, showing itself right here. Even through the cracks, there's success to be had. Because you chose it. You chose it. You let go of what that looks like. You've made the changes. And now you're able to move forward. You're able to be bold. You're able to say, I'm an artist. I can be anything that I want because I am. I don't need to fit myself here. I can expand and retract and expand and retract. You don't need to stay in this little, between these lines anymore. You don't need to stay between these lines anymore. You can just expand. That's the beauty of it all. All right, so I'm going to take 2 more cards. I'm going to ask Spirit what their advice is for you this week, for the rest of the week, up until, of course, we have an oracle reading on Thursday, which will help you along. And then we have another reading on Sunday for the upcoming week. So I usually try to post 3 times a week, sometimes 4 when their monthly comes around. So if you're interested, please, subscribe. I do the occasional live stream, so that is also taken into consideration. This card went flying to the ground. Some people don't take it, but I will. So, the Empress comes out. The Empress in this picture is pregnant with child. Pregnant with possibilities. Bringing life to new ideas. Now, this could be that you have that attitude now. Or it could be that Spirit is saying, look, keep doing that. Keep doing that. Bring life to new ideas. Keep going past what you did before. Keep expanding. Like the expanding stomach of a mother who's about to give birth. Okay? Indulge your senses. Connect with that part of you that wants to expand. That wants abundance. Okay? Right there. 9 of Cups. We have it again. Okay? We had it. We started with it. And we're ending with it. And this 9 of Cups I love because there's that big golden egg, but they're all golden eggs. And that's what I've been feeling through all of this reading. There's abundance in everything if you believe it. Even the difficult times, there is abundance and knowledge and wisdom that comes in. Don't forget about that. Don't forget about that. You go to one place, you can't go there, you have to change your mind, go to a different place. Don't get stuck in the fact that you can't go to that place. Get stuck in the fact that there's somewhere else to go and there's new treasures and new things to be experienced in the other place you're going to. Suddenly your life is full of experiences, adventures, and things to know, wisdom to be had, and moments to feel really presently in the moment. You will start tasting your food in a different way. You will stop eating just for the sake because it's on your plate. If you don't like it, you don't have to eat it. If it's not your preference, nobody's forcing you. Have the things that you love. Look for options that are going to make you happy. Spend time with the people that you love. Let them feed off of your beautiful life of discovery, of seeing not only one golden egg, but all the golden eggs that are there to be had, to be savored. Let them see that beautiful gray dress that you finally painted with all the different colors. All the textures and the colors and the designs that you put into it. Let people experience that around you. Let yourself experience it. Don't stay stuck in trying to figure out what has changed about you. Just keep changing. Do you feel good? Yes. That's good. Now, if you're writing a book on it, you might have to look in deeper. But if you're not, let it keep transforming and figure it out later. Don't worry. When it's time, all will be revealed. It always is. All right, my beautiful Pisces. This is it for your follow-up reading. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you 100-fold. You know I do. For all people who are new, I have a whole bunch of stuff in the description box. Go check that out. Thank you for the people who have given donations recently. That really helps. Yeah, the super chats, they're really great. They help bump up a little bit the income on the channel, and I think that's great. I appreciate it. I know we're all living in a little bit of a hard time right now, but we're going to get through it. Life is good. Life is kind. Life is beautiful. Sorry for the, little shaky shake there. I'm sending you love, light, and blessings, and I hope that the rest of your week is shaping up. Don't forget to come back on Thursday. I will be doing an oracle message. That means I'm pulling all oracle cards, and we're going to go through it. I hope you enjoyed this. Thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know. Thank you, and good night. Have a great night. Bye for now.